Everybody, I don't know if this is working. It likes to play my theme music twice now. I really can't wait to get my office back. Appreciate you all tuning in. Thank you for taking the time. This is another edition of On the Road to Victory, and I am your host, Jimmy Smith, and today is a very special day. We are here for day one of training camp. Obviously, they arrived yesterday, but today was the first day of practice, so we are here to talk about that. Appreciate each and every one of you. Sorry if this is lagging. You've got the drywall behind me here. I really can't wait to get my office back. This is driving me insane. This internet, it sucks. So I sit here for 10 seconds wondering if you're just staring at me or what's actually happening. But a good practice today. We started off and, you saw the roster moves. I had posted those earlier. But other than, Devin Allen being placed on the NFI list, there was only one player that wasn't there, and that was Hassan Reddick, but he will be there next week, just being precautious there. And then a couple guys were limited. So really healthy to start off the season. Love to see that. You hope that they continue to stay healthy, but I've got all of that news in here. I've got a bunch of tweets from throughout Eagles universe here. So we're going to take a gander at how things went down today. Love to hear your thoughts, though, but let's get this thing rocking and rolling. Start off with John Clark here from old NBC. And old John always stalking people down at the airports, but he's got a little something from Nick Sirianni here. The day started off with Howie and Nick talking to the media here, but our goal right now is not to get back to the Super Bowl. Our goal right now is to get better today. You can't win 2 games without winning 1 game. So we talk about this team not getting ahead of themselves, the Super Bowl hangover, all these things that people, because this happened in the past, the exact same thing has to happen. That's not of my belief system. I think that the Eagles are going to use this to fuel their fire, and they've got a great coach in Nick Sirianni who's going to have his ridiculous speeches. Everyone makes fun of him for it, and that's fine. In his second year was in the Super Bowl. So I think he knows what he's doing. I love his motivation, his love for the game. So I think he's going to be able to get these guys quite excited this season. And let's go, baby. I'm ready to run through an effing wall. Let's go, baby. See the chat. Get rocking and rolling. Let's get over here real quick. Yo, my man. So look, those dogs, they're tearing souls apart already. And we've talked about this. The NFL messed up, letting us get Jalen Carter and then Nolan Smith. Oh, my God. Well, best of luck to offensive lines across the globe here because they're going down, my man. I'm doing well. Hope you are doing well. The house, well, driving me insane. I've got some drywall behind me. I've got sink right there. I can't wait. It's supposed to be done by this weekend, so God help us all, right? But, it is definitely here, my man. Matthew, appreciate you tuning in. Sorry, this damn thing is really, it just throws me off, pisses me off. I'm damn excited for this training camp, but just being crammed in here, not having my office is really thrown off, like making my graphics, anything I get home, I'm like, oh, I don't have somewhere to go. My dog just thinks that I'm downstairs to take him outside at all times, which is great. It's beautiful weather, so I don't mind that, but trying to get things done, it is nice to have that office. So can't wait to get that back. And I told you guys, look, it actually might take a couple days after my bathroom's done because they've got all kinds of stuff stored in there, but I'm going to redo that room myself. So, let's go. But I'm going to continue pumping out this content. No excuses. You saw last night, gave you my estimated 53-man roster. Been breaking down every position, getting ready for this day. So let's go. But Matthew, all is well. Thank you. Just nonstop work ever since I got back from the beach. I haven't even recuperated. Still kind of like stuffed up, still kind of sick, but pushing right through, man, with the hope of football. Woke up today, talked to my brother, talked to my source there, got some excitement going, football in the air. Let's go. And Lane Johnson looking damn good, heard from him after the practice. So, yeah, man, I'm quite excited. Lane Johnson being at full health, like, what, dude? Dude's groin was just hanging off a couple months ago. Love that son of a bitch. But let's keep it rolling. Check out some of the notes from today. And if you have any questions, thoughts, anything you want to throw in here, please feel free to do so. But this was something I found intriguing about the linebackers, something I know a lot of people talk about here. But they asked Howie about the linebackers, and he said, we will keep our options open. We'll constantly be looking at the position and every position. So you can read into that what you'd like. For me, I've talked about this. You saw my number one camp battle here was Nicholas Morrow versus Christian Ellis, because I think people are sleeping on Christian Ellis and the fact that he could push Morrow. But they're also sleeping on Morrow. I think people just feel this room is a lot weaker than I do. Excited about Nakobe Dean, and I think whoever is LB2 next to him, I'll be excited about it. So let's see how they do in camp, but we'll talk about some of those guys here in a minute. But wanted to give you some of these things that happened before the practice. And this is what I had mentioned earlier, officially signed Deon Cain. Dalton Keene was released, though, and then they placed Devin Allen on the NFI list. So non-football injury from his track stuff there. And, we talk about this. I don't think he's making this roster. I know a lot of people feel that just because he's on track, that he needs to be the kick returner, starting wide receiver. He can't do any of those things. So that's why he was on the practice squad last year. They didn't even have him returning the ball. You guys remember someone was asking, he needs to be the returner in the Super Bowl. I'm definitely not putting a guy that doesn't do that back there in the most important game of the season. So a lot of confusion about what Devin Allen does. And it's a lot of nothing for this team. So great story, a lot of hope for him, but there's a lot of wide receivers on this team. And, there's obviously guys that I feel will obviously beat him out. But with this, he goes on the active NFI list, and that's because the season has not started. So therefore, if he's on that list, and this means he can't practice or be there or anything like that, if he stays on that throughout the offseason, he can then go on the reserved NFI list. If that happens, he cannot practice until after week 6, and then he can't play until after the 8th game. So, look, again, I don't think he's even making this roster, so that might be the move for them to make. But with him being on the NFI list, he still counts against our 90-man offseason roster. So he's still here. They're not, moving on, but he's a fun project. So they're going to continue to see what he's got here. If he comes back to practice, then he'll go off the NFI list and can't go back on. So we shall see. Best of luck to him, but I know a lot of people think he's going to be the starting guy. I'm here to tell you, I just don't think that that's going to happen. But let's get into some little details here. Now, the numbers we talked about, didn't know jersey numbers. Dennis Kelly will be rocking 72 and 39 for Deon Cain. Not much left here. Now, if somebody makes the roster, clearly another person doesn't, and they have a number this person wants, and they can just change their number. So you see those little tidbits there. And now the injury news. We talked about Hassan Reddick not being there. Not a big deal. He will be there. He was spectating today, but Avonte Maddox, he was limited today, which is great news after that surgery there to his toe. And then Derek Barnett coming back from that knee injury. So playing it safe with those guys, giving some other guys some opportunity there. So nothing, people are going to try to make something out of nothing there, but nothing to read into. This is training camp. You don't want people getting hurt for no reason. So we shall see what their status is for Friday. They will not be practicing tomorrow, but look, not a big deal there. Now, it started off, and we talked about this, Cam Jurgens getting those right guard reps. This is the guy, that is his job to lose. Now, you've heard me say it over and over again. I think Tyler Steen will win this job. My excitement for him is what led me to that path. And, hearing what Jeff Stoutland had to say about him on draft day, that got me going. But I'm going to need to see it in camp first before he's crowned. But look, it's going to be between Jurgens. It's going to be between Steen. And I think Jack Driscoll will get his shot too. But it's really between Jurgens and Steen. And either way, as I've said all offseason, may the best man win. And whoever it is, we're still going to be the best line in the league. So I'm not stressing it. But up next here, we've got Reed Blankenship and Terrell Edmonds were the starting safeties to start the day. That's no surprise to anyone. We all knew Sidney Brown would not be starting right away. That's something that's going to come in time. Now, you guys know pre-draft process. I was so adamant about the Eagles drafting him because of what he could bring to the defense. Doesn't need to be a starter to get himself some reps. And I think down the road, he will definitely be a starter for this team. So a lot of excitement, but Blankenship and Edmonds will lead the team, and that's perfectly fine. Rashad Penny took the first carry. Look, talked about this yesterday. I do not care. I think the top three backs are going to dominate. So that committee, man, look, I really think that, obviously Boston Scott, Trey Sermon, they're going to get some reps too with the ones. That's awesome. May the best man win. Maybe they keep 5, but whoever that fourth guy's going to be. But that top 3, Kenny, Penny, Swift, oh, my Lord. You've heard me say it. I believe they'll be top 5, but I think they could be top 3 as a unit. I just feel this rushing attack is going to eat souls. And, we talked about DeAndre Swift, what he adds in the passing game, something Miles Sanders didn't do. So very, very excited there. So just some news about who is where, what's going on. But Friday, that'll probably change. So let's get into some of these notes from the day. And we're going to start it off with defense. Christian Ellis. This is somebody I've been talking about for a while now. And last year we talked about him being on the active roster because of his special teams capability. But he's also an athletic guy that can cover people. So that bodes well for his chances to make the roster. Well, he's been balling out since OTAs. And he starts off today getting an interception there. So I think he is proving why I had him as my number 1 battle there with Nicholas Morrow. I think that's going to be the most fun to watch because I don't think Morrow is just a pushover. So really excited to see, and both of them were getting first-team reps today. So love to see that. Now, talking about Jordan Davis, this was something we talked about. Him losing a little bit, not much weight, but turning more into muscle. This dude's going to eat people's souls. And Fletcher Cox was talking about that. He's healthy. He's flying around. You feel his presence. And boy, the NFL is about to feel Jordan Davis' presence. My God, with he and Jalen Carter, Milton Williams, Fletcher Cox, oh my God, that rotation of interior defensive linemen, just those top 4. Whoever the 5th, maybe 6th guy is, oh my God, we are going to eat souls. And that had me pretty effing excited. I'm not going to lie to you. Then I'm next, and look, these are a little scattered here, but Brandon Graham was raving about Nolan Smith and the Georgia kids. Them boys, they work. And boy, do they work. So I'm very excited about it. I think I've made it pretty clear. Jalen Carter was obviously the guy I wanted at 10. We took him at 9, ended up getting Nolan Smith at 30. I still don't know how that happened, but let's effing go. So hearing BG, and he was seriously emphatic about these guys. I can't wait to get to work and just help them, teach them, be a mentor for them. He's such an awesome guy, such a genuine person, and just seeing how excited he was. And, Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter both were feasting today. Now, they were working with the second teams, which is perfectly fine there. And Nolan did get some first team reps, as well as Brandon Graham with Hassan Reddick out. But these guys are going to have snaps. It doesn't matter, man. Jalen Carter will be a starter, but who cares? Because Jordan Davis, Fletcher Cox, Milton Williams, that whole rotation going to eat souls. And then you talk about Reddick and Sweat being the starters. Great, because then you've got Brandon Graham, Nolan Smith as rotational pieces. And then whoever wants to make the team, Derek Barnett, Janarius Robinson, Patrick Johnson, Kyron Johnson. I mean, lots of talent here, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm thrilled about the young guys. And, free agency had people losing their minds, but I'm telling you, this team's going to be better than last year, and we're winning that damn Super Bowl. Practice ball, John McMullen says here, 2 PBUs, and, James Bradberry just doing his all-pro James Bradberry things, getting himself, and there's another one you'll see later where everybody thought that he had a pretty damn good day, so that's nothing new. You guys know when I went to the practice last year, that's exactly what I said. This dude is insane, so very happy to have him. Then they talked to the offense. Jalen Hurts turned down the quarterback show twice now, which I love. He's a very quiet person. Having those sources close to him every single day is truly a luxury for me. I just love hearing about how insane he is, what he eats, what he does when he sleeps, what he wakes. I love it all, man. I'm a nut job for that stuff. So I'm all about it, man. But, they talked to Hurts for a little bit. And one of the things, that stood out, I'm embracing the uniqueness of my game, just being a triple threat out there, being someone knowledgeable and understanding what's going on in the field, being able to make those throws and being able to cause problems on the ground as well. So we talk about this, people want to, say it's a bad thing to be able to score touchdowns or, just be really good. I disagree with that. I think, the goal in football is to win and score touchdowns. If you're at the 1 yard line and you're like, man, we really got to get these passing stats up. Like, we can't run that ball in. We have the best offensive line, a quarterback that's easily going to score. Let's not score. Let's go ahead and try to throw a fade to the back of the end zone. Let's go ahead and be jackasses, because the fans, the media, they think that's how you win football games. Stat watching. I'm here to tell you that's not the case. And I think that Jalen Hurts, obviously MVP runner-up, and you're seeing all these lists. He's number 7, 8, 10. He's just not that good. All right, dude. At least they made it further than last year, where he couldn't develop, has no arm, he can't throw in the pocket. He was number 1 in the pocket, has a great arm, he developed. So all the things we tried to teach them last year, that's one thing. You see ESP, he's always going to do that stuff. The ghost sacks, and he's doing so horrible, the interception. Look, man, to me, I destroyed their narratives when I was able to go last year. Hopefully I'll be able to make that happen again here in the next few days. But look, we're going to destroy those narratives, whatever they try to push out. But I didn't see too much of it this year. They weren't bashing Hurts too much here. I think they're finally bending the knee, realizing that this team is the real deal. And it's about time they start learning this game, baby, because this team, they're going to steamroll people. So they better jump on board before it's too late. But I've got a few more here, then I'll tell you some of the notes that I had. But A.J. Brown, brutally honest evaluation of the offseason. Everyone knows what the goal is around here. They're not sitting here talking about the Super Bowl. They don't give a shit, man. It's moving forward, new year. Let's go win this trophy. Love to hear that. Love to see it. Something that impressed Jason Kelce about Brian Johnson. The first day of meetings, Johnson was in the offensive line meeting room. Kelce said so much attention goes to the passing game, but to be a great OC play caller, you need to be around the linemen, learning from Jeff Stoutland and these greats on the offensive line. I don't see how that could be a bad thing. And we know Brian Johnson, a lot of excitement from me. Cannot wait to see what this offense looks like. I think they're going to dominate even more than they did last year. So not just excited about the D, but the offense as well. Now, Dave Spadaro is going to finish us off with a little recap here. So Bradberry had an outstanding day, as we saw. Very elusive, swift. We know that. A weapon in the passing game, something we've talked about here for a while now. Tyree Jackson had a big morning. Christian Ellis continued to do well. And then Carter, quick and powerful inside. Chris practice until the number group with pre-snap. Now, that was one of the things I saw as well. Nick Sirianni dropping a lot of F-bombs, freaking out, pre-snap things like that. Look, that's what this time is for. That is what training camp is about, working out these kinks. So not a big deal. Love to see that passion, making sure they understand, even on day one, no excuses, man. Come out here and play to your best, and we're not making stupid mistakes. So let's get into this here. The phone's about to die. 2%. Wonderful. So now, yesterday we did have some tryouts. I missed a couple. You guys know I told you a bunch of trolls came after me, ruined my Twitter account. So, of course, missed a bunch of news. So just making it harder for Eagles fans, as if it wasn't bad enough with the education level and the things that are being pushed out there. Oh, so blame those people. But Marcus Allen was there. Not just, we talked about DeAndre Houston, Carson, Keneal Harry, Javonte Payton, Deion Kane was signed, but also Marcus Allen, the former safety turned linebacker for the Steelers, ex-Penn Stater. And then Ahafitu Maka, the center, and then tackle Quentin Barrow. So they tried out a couple people, only signed Deion Kane. Maybe down the road they signed someone. Who knows? But then beyond that, I have Sirianni F-bombs. That is one of my notes. Hilarious. These are things I just picked up on throughout the day and tried to put them in my notes. Reddick out. You had the injuries. You had who was starting. Toth got work at center, second team. I talked about his versatility playing tackle and guard. Told you yesterday, almost wanted to keep him on my 53. I didn't. Seeing this bodes well for his chances to make the active roster, but also, practice squad. His versatility, being able to play tackle, guard, and then getting second team reps at center. I love that. So go ahead, Brett Toth. Swift in the pass game, you just saw that. But all four of these backs are going, or all five of these backs, other than Kennedy Brooks, really going to get first team reps. Love it. But Swift is going to add that dimension. And go check that video out from a few weeks ago on my YouTube. But I think that people are sleeping on what Swift is going to add to this passing game. So I'm very excited how that's going to help Jalen Hurts. Also had Goddard had a huge day. People are sleeping on what he does for this offense. Tyree Jackson had a great day, 2 touchdowns. Now, he's going to do great in camp. He's a 6'7" tight end. He's a beast. We need him to do great beyond camp. We need him to stay healthy. A great project. A kid that was a quarterback turned to tight end. Fantastic. But need you to stay healthy. So we'll see how he does there. Then on to the defense. Before my phone dies, you saw the safeties. Sidney Brown was with the third team. Look, I've said this 1,000 times. I don't care. Don't let the media get you worked up over that stuff. Bro, he's with the third team because he's a rookie. Let him get worked into things, and I'm pumped up. So it's okay that he's on third team. But let me get over to some of these comments here. Yo, glad you enjoyed it, man. And look, there's a lot of competition. The day before, I went through the top battles. Number 1 was Morrow and Ellis. We got the right guard battle was number 2. I think there's a lot of great competition here. So it was very hard, but I'm sure the next 53 I do will be quite different. But glad you enjoyed it. Appreciate those kind words, my man. Yo, my dude Drew in here. Let's effing go. Hope you're having a good one, my man. Going through talking about this day 1, backing up Kelsey. Yeah, that's why I think Steen, being that guy. But if Jerkins is guard, that's fine, man. And if he needs to kick over to center, that's fine as well. But to me, I think Steen could win it, but whoever it is, we're still going to be the best line. So, the best man to win. And you know it. What's that smell? I can almost taste it. That's right. Football is in the air, my man, Dank Burrito. I can almost taste it. It smells so fresh in here. Football, baby. So I'm pumped up about it. Hope you're pumped up about it. Liz in the building. Let's go. Hope you guys are enjoying this day. It's a beautiful day. It's hot as hell out here. But it was, how annoying was that last year? You could see they saw me, and I know I'm annoying enough to those people that they knew exactly who I was, man, walking in there and, walking in with Lane Johnson's girlfriend, the trainer. It's like, It's just like, today is the last day you lie to Eagles fans. And, a lot of fans were pissed off last year when, I put out what was actually happening, how this defense was going to dominate, Hurts was going to develop. You guys know, got a lot of hate for that. And people still gunning for me, ruining my Twitter because of these things. Please understand, guys, I'm here to help those people that are pushing false narratives understand how things actually work. I want people to get excited about Eagles football before we go to the Super Bowl. That's all I'm trying to do. I don't ever want to upset anyone. If me teaching how Jalen Hurts is going to develop or how the cap works is upsetting, please, this is the wrong place. We talk football in these parts. So it was annoying to me, Drew, and that's what I make it for. You fans right here, right now, you sickos, those of you who are tired of the lies, who are tired of people that don't know what they're even watching. They go to these practices and just start making shit up. And it's like, and you saw as soon as I got there, I just started, nope, that's wrong, incorrect. Hurts looks amazing. Told you, Josh Jobe was going to make the roster. Lane Johnson looks the best of his career. All those things literally happened, and the media was pissed. And I don't blame them, man. Their lies, the more I get to go there, the more their lies are just going to get destroyed. So I'm going to keep doing my best here, ladies and gentlemen. My guy that I go with has some things going on here, so I'm trying to work out a day where I can hopefully be there. My man, William, appreciate you tuning in. Tyree, let's go. My dude. Hope you're doing well. Let me touch on these last notes before my phone is dead here. But we talked about the battle between Ellis and Morrow, Carter and Smith dominating. Oh, yeah. They're going to dominate all damn year. McCollum with the tip. Davian Taylor gets the interception. He had a good practice. We talked about his linebacking coach from Colorado being here. Maybe you can find the best out of him. That'd be great. Josh Jobe and Greedy Williams were with the second team corners there. Had them making the roster. Really excited about both those guys. Blankenship and Garner getting pass breakups there at the end. Then on special teams, from what I picked up, it looked like Sippos had the better day, but some giant punts from both of them. Zender, let's get it together, or whoever the best man may be, just win the job. And then a punt returner, Britton Covey started it off. Then it was Greg Ward, Lamade Zacchaeus, and then Quez Watkins getting another shot as a return man, and we talked about that. Yeah, if that's what you want to do, that's perfectly fine. But hopefully with that speed, he works on that, figures some things out, and finds ways that he can produce on this roster because Alameda Zacchaeus is doing that already. But those are all the notes I had. Those are the notes that I picked up from Twitter today. If you had anything else you saw, heard about, you want to talk about, please feel free to let me know down below. The people that are coming to work on my house will be here within the next 5 minutes. So, I got it done before the half-hour mark, but that's all I've got for you today. Tomorrow, again, they have the day off. I think what I'm going to do is we're just going to shoot the shit, man. We're going to sit there. We're going to talk about the roster. We'll talk about the new numbers, things like that. I'll recap on those battles in case any of you guys missed it. I'll have all the graphics from the last few days, but just get you pumped up for Friday, talking about the things we saw here. Maybe if things changed, anything like that. But only thing I really have to change is a couple graphics with the numbers. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. If you got anything from this, do me a favor. Hit that like button down below. But until next time, I am Jimmy Smith, and this is On the Road to Victory. And you never know where I'll be going live from next. So hopefully this drywall will be out of the way by tomorrow. That's supposedly going up today. So let's get this bathroom done. Then I can get my office done. Let's go. I can smell it. Dude, the football is right here. I cannot believe this summer is almost over. I'm not one of those people that really cares. I'm more into the fall because that means football is coming. But I just can't believe how much time has just flown by. Pure chaos here, ladies and gentlemen. But if you missed anything throughout this offseason, if you're somebody that comes back during this time, there is so much content. It could lead you up to the season. Let's go, baby. 46 days away from game 1. But if you have any questions about the roster moves that have been made, the cap, all that stuff is on YouTube, or you can ask down below. You have any comments about the day, leave them down below. But, hope you're all having yourselves a great hump day. Again, no practice tomorrow, so just going to have a live show, shooting the shit around, probably 2:30 tomorrow. If not, it'll be around 8:30, 9 o'clock. So just look. It's going to depend on these guys working. They have to work after 3:30. It's just it's annoying. Anyways, appreciate each and every one of you. Hope you're all having yourselves a great day. If you need anything, please feel free to reach out, whether it's to talk about the birds, you got anything going on in life, you just need a friend. Always here for you guys as you are for me. And again, if you follow me on Twitter, you're wondering where I went. Had some trolls take me down. They thought they could build their brand by tearing me down. It's a horrible way to go. Let's all send a prayer out to them. Hopefully they get some more subscribers, some more clicks. Start seeing a positive thing. Don't like to see people wishing death on others. I hope you get things figured out in life. But if you're wondering where I went, they trolled my account, got it taken away. So it is now On the Road to Victory 1. So exactly what you see down there with a 1 added on. That's right, Jalen Hurts, QB1. Let's effing go. But, that's just some news you might have missed out on. June, my man, appreciate you tuning in. I am just heading out here, my man. If you rewatch, please comment down below. Not only does it help the algorithm, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. Love to talk some birds with you. These guys are going to be working on my house, going to be out back with my dog a lot, taking them on walks. So if you guys want to continue this conversation, you got something on your mind, you've got some battles you want to talk about, please feel free to comment down below. You can go watch my projected 53 from last night. I've got the top 20 battles going on in training camp as well. So go check those videos out. But if you're watching those, comment down below. I'll happily talk some birds with you, especially with the pure chaos that's about to start in my house in, less than 5 minutes. So hope you're all having yourselves a great day. Till next time, you stay safe out there. And as always, say it with me now, go birds!